What's up, guys? I'm Core Jr. Um, this is a Bioshock gameplay, but I'm actually not going to be talking about the gameplay at all. This is actually more of a video response to Hutch's videos about like God and religion and all that stuff. And I watched these videos and I was almost like dumbfounded at how personal he is with his audience. And I mean, I've always kind of seen that because he did his little he did a video on addiction with the backdrop to Bioshock, and then he did something on like self-esteem or whatever. So he's always been really personal with his audience, and I feel like that's something that every YouTube commentator should try and strive for and emulate. Um, so don't really pay much attention to the gameplay or whatever. This is just a little bit of single campaign, but but I was watching his video and he brought up a lot of different points about religion, about Islam, about Christianity, um, Catholicism, and Buddhism. Um, I don't think he said anything about Hinduism, but the point is he talked about a lot of different religions, and that's just something that I kind of wanted to talk about because religion has played a really big part of my life. Um, Not necessarily for the fact that God's provided me with all this stuff and all that, and, like, even though He has, um, you know, I classify myself as Christian, but I'm not like an extremely religious person. I believe in God and I believe in the higher being, and like I know the ins and outs of the Bible and all that, and um, pretty much the teachings of Jesus in a nutshell. I'm not going to go too in depth with my religion because that's not really what this is about. I could sit here and I could talk to you about, Jesus loves you and Jesus this and Jesus that and God promises this and God promises that, but that's the kind of stuff that most people dislike about Christians, is that they have the idea that Christians try and shove things down their throat. Um, and I really don't disagree with this at all. I believe that most Christians, when I say most Christians, I really do mean like 80 to 90% of them, they do try and shove their beliefs down your throat, and they do hypocritical things because they're humans. And people think that because someone's a Christian that they have to be perfect, because Jesus teaches, be the best person you can be and strive to be like Christ. And Christ obviously was perfect, for those who believe in Christ. But that's not really what I want to talk about. Like I was raised Christian, so that's obviously the religion that I believe in. But one thing that I've gained in myself is just a better understanding of what religion's all about and what the goal is religion. Basically the goal with every single religion is to pursue a relationship with a higher being, whether that be God or Allah or like the Buddha, anything like that. It's to strive to become the best person you can be and pursue a relationship with a higher power. Um, and that's with every single religion. What most people are going to tell you is that religions aren't about practices and ceremonies and all that, but it's about the relationship. But one thing that I've gained in myself is just the realization that it doesn't matter what religion you are, much less acknowledging that all the religions are there and not being the freak that's holding a sign out that says God hates you because you're gay or something like that. Hutch made a point that extremists are the ones that kind of mess religion up for other people, and they're kind of the ones that choose not to take that route because they see that these extremists are saying stuff like this, and they're not practicing their religion, saying that they hate you because you're gay or something like that. I mean, I just don't understand that. But the best thing that I've kind of gained inside myself is just the realization that it doesn't matter what you are, whether you're Buddhist or Catholic or Hinduism, whatever it is. It's the goal that we're all trying to achieve. It's the goal of a relationship with a higher power and having some sort of faith that there's something beyond what we know is there. I know this is kind of like a philosophy lesson. I'm not trying to get towards that, but and I'm not going to get really deep into religion. But one of the things that Hutch was really pointing out was the Buddhist point of view, where it's Siddhartha Gautama or whatever was talking about just the principle of Om and what Ohms mean. What Om means essentially is yes, and it's pretty much just pointing out that yes, things are here and there's different points of view on everything, but the true measure of enlightenment is Om, meaning you accept that all the points of view are there. You accept the extreme, all the way to the other end of the spectrum, and everything in between. You acknowledge that everything's there, and the people are going to believe whatever they want to believe. And I feel like this is where most religious people kind of mess it up, because people think that that your religion is the only religion that matters. Obviously, people are going to be biased towards their religion because they all have the goal of converting other people because they think that what they believe is true. And this is true for Christianity, for Catholicism, Buddhism, all that stuff. It's all the same goal, is to convert people to your religion because you feel like you can relate to them and you have something in common with them. Um, but Buddhism teaches that all of the everything in between, from extreme to extreme, has to be accepted, and I think that still holds true in any religion that you do, not just Buddhism. Even for Christians, people like to think that their religion is the only thing that matters and they're the only religion that's true. While I don't believe in multiple gods or whatever, I believe in one God. I do acknowledge that some people believe in, Allah and multiple gods, or any kind of polytheism or something like that. I acknowledge that that's there. Doesn't mean I believe it, but you start to gain a peace within yourself where you realize that your religion matters, but at the end of the day, it's not the only religion that matters. And this is where a lot of debates kind of get out of hand, is people think that their religion's the only religion. That's the only religion that's out there, and that's the only reason that people should be talking about it. Christians in general they get a lot pounded on them because they think that Christians try and shove their beliefs down your throat. And while some of them do, while you see the guys outside, they're holding like picket signs or whatever that say that God hates gay people or something like that. Obviously, those people aren't real Christians. Those are the people that go to church and say they're a Christian. They're not the Christians that practice teachings and all that. Those are the hypocrites that people talk about. And you see those every day, but that's because they're human. And you'll get that with every single religion. Like, the point that I'm trying to make is the differences in each religion, they're all kind of relevant to each other, I guess. It's not like any religion is greater than one, but it's that they all have the same common goal. And it's like I said earlier, it's to find a relationship with a higher power, with God, Allah, Zeus, whatever you're practicing. It's to find that relationship with the God that you're believing in, and ultimately gaining something out of it. People don't go to church because it's fun, because obviously sitting in a church listening to traditional music is not the funnest thing in the world. You can spend an hour on a Sunday a little bit better than that, but getting something out of your religion is more important than arguing about other religions and trying to get them over to you, because if they're not genuine about something, and they're practicing a religion, then they're turning into a hypocrite that that other people who aren't religious hate. And atheists are going to flame and all that, and agnostics and all that, they tend to flame. But one of the things that I'm trying to prove here, and this is, I guess, the entire point of the video, is that while I don't believe and I don't relate to atheism, I have to acknowledge that it's there, and people are going to believe that whether I try to convert them or not. There are people that start off atheists and they convert to Christianity or Catholicism or whatever. I'm not saying that you can't convert or whatever, but I'm saying that if people want to believe that there's no God, they're going to believe that there's no God. But the important thing about religion is not to argue about different kind of religions, but it's what you're gaining out of it. Christianity, it's getting saved and believing the teachings of Jesus and all that, getting to heaven and getting your rewards, which is eternity. Buddhism, it's enlightenment, and pretty much enlightenment is what I'm talking about. You're not perfect, but you pretty much just say yes to this point of view is here and the point of view on the other side is here. Neither one of them might not be true, but they're both there, and acceptance, I guess, is just the general point of it. But every single goal in every religion is there. I guess I'm not really sure if you can count atheism as a religion. Like, when people ask, like, if you're religious or whatever, and you say you're atheist, I guess that means that you're not religious at all. But in every religion there is something to gain. I've been kind of rambling on for like 10 minutes, guys. This is a video where I've just been trying to get a little more personal with my channel. Try to be a little more honest with myself, kind of like Hutch is doing. I think I'm going to post this as a video response. Let me know what you think of this video, guys. Also, pick up Bioshock 2, because it's a flippin' sweet game. I've been talking about religion a lot, but Pick up Bioshock because it's a sweet game. Because this dude's on fire, and I don't know how it gets any cooler than that. All right, guys, I'll see you.